The trio exited, finding Marcus breathing enormous plumes of hot, misty breath into the sky.
Well, that was a useless stop.
Not completely.
We know he was here, and we know he was seen as recently as a few weeks ago. That's not much.
Hey, we know there's not a body. That's good.
And our gracious welcome committee tells us this place is actually haunted. Haunted enough to draw a null.
Oh, yeah, I don't think I've had a chance to ask about that thing. Or at least, more about it. And I have questions.
They're like super dangerous ghost-eating monsters that are drawn to powerful spirits like sharks to blood. There's not really much more to say. No one knows exactly what they are. Well, I mean, none of us know. But who knows, man? The world is big.
Okay, and well, while we're on the subject of this stuff, what are ghosts exactly?
Dead people.
I mean, mechanically, scientifically. Why is Owen over there and not, say, my great-grandma?
That is a question not easily answered. So, first, you must make two conceits. One is that humans exhibit, with whatever terminology you may choose to describe it, a psychic impact on the world around them. You perceive, and are therefore perceived.
Okay, that's just describing normal interaction. What do you mean by psychic?
I mean that there's more to simple perception than most are aware. I mean to say, there are connections and influences one cannot easily perceive. I'm saying that there is a metaphysical gravity in your very existence. It's that feeling when you know someone is watching you. It's when someone you're close to draws close and you know long before they announce their presence. I chose the term psychic, but it might be the soul, the grace of God, or Kai, or Chi. Hell, it may be magical power or mana. But it is there, and you have to simply accept that before I move further.
Makes sense. Go on.
Traumatic deaths leave a psychic impression on the world. These are ghosts. Are they still the original person, or an echo? Who knows? That's it.
That explains a lot. Now for some questions. Why are you particularly indistinguishable from a human while most people don't even notice Owen?
Firstly, I am not. I have no physicality without effort, but my psychic imprint isn't far off from a human's. Anyone who looks at me will see me. Owen, on the other hand, has such a weak psychic imprint that only those who are particularly sensitive to such things can see him. Now, before I go any further, I want to make another thing clear. None of the things I am telling you are facts. These are closer to theories, and not even scientific community theories, but more simply my own, developed over time. And there are many exceptions. Like Owen's conversation with that officer. Or Marcus.
Hey, what'd I do?
To be honest, I don't know the how, the why, not the real reason. Not even for myself.
Okay, what about vampires and aliens?
I don't think so, and I have no idea. Probably not. At least not locally.
Don't get her started. She loves talking about aliens.
So what exactly are acolytes? You've used that term once or twice.
It's just a net term for those who pursue the eldritch. They may be as simple as researchers, or as in the thick of it as the missing Tyrone.
Good talk, guys. Can we squeeze in the car and go looking around town in something with heat?
Yes, sorry.
A moment later, they were in the car as the light snow began to fall more heavily.
So, Jill, what about you? What's your story?
Jill took the opportunity to wrap up in her scarf.
You didn't actually tell me your stories. You just told me about ghosts.
That is my story.
I know Tyrone from when we were kids. best friends. We got way into Lovecraft and D&D in college, and he and I moved into his parents' old house after graduation while we looked for jobs. I ended up making software stuff of various flavors that make vanilla look appealing, and he fell off the map for 4 years before coming back with 2 ghost girls in tow to tell me he was a real-life Winston Zedmore. Just for the record, he used Winston, not me. I think he's more of a Peter Venkman.
I died a few hundred years ago while working on the Central Pacific. Your turn.
Wait, you died working on the railroad?
All the livelong day. I really don't have much to say about the interim. Lots of persisting.
Well, I'm a streamer. I was, livably famous, I suppose. As in, I made enough to make ends meet, but not like Ponyhammer or something.
I hate Ponyhammer.
Anyway, I was doing a Halloween livestream and got my veil or something ripped away by some ghost in St. Heart.
I'm familiar with the place.
Owen started haunting me, and my phone, to a lesser extent, and then he told me I could get help from Tyrone. You kinda know the rest from there. You think maybe we should go back? The snow is really starting to come down.
I barely see where I'm driving.
You take the car back to the hotel. I'm gonna go look around town.
Marcus stopped at a light, and Ripley was out in the heartbeat of silence following her few words.
Oh, come on! Didn't even give me a chance to argue.
So, you like her, huh?
What? No!
No, brah, don't lie. It's obvious.
Look, I'm sorry about the necrophilia comments earlier.
No, I just... Nope, we're not talking about this right now. I'll go back to the hotel. You should follow her and go clue hunting or whatever. Here's my number. Call me to pick you up or something happens.
Jill cocked an eyebrow as the light changed and Marcus just stared at her in the rear view.
Okay.
She snatched the card and stepped out of the car, Owen choosing to simply phase through the trunk. And then Marcus left, his orange jalopy clanking away into the obscure curtains of snowdrift.
Oh man, I know cold doesn't bother me as much as other people, but it is freezing!
That's kinda a requirement for snow, brah.
Oh, shut your gobstopper cruncher, Owen!
For once, Owen did, his gaze looking into the distance. Jill tried to follow, but couldn't make out anything in the direction, not through the heavy snow. Instead, she took the opportunity to orientate herself. Panning across the whitewashed town, she was shocked to see plumes of steam, or fog or mist, or... Well, to be honest, she wasn't really that familiar with which terminology should apply here. And then a memory hooked into the back of her mind, and she pulled up her phone. Turning on the streaming program, she looked into the camera and felt a chill far more intense than the snow as she saw a figure standing beside her. It was the girl. She watched the video in fascination as the girl began to speak, silent.
Oh!
Jill fished for her headphones and quickly plugged them in, and then she heard the voice.
Can you hear me now? Oddly enough, yes. Can you hear me? Something happened to Tyrone. Something happened to me. Everything is... It's hard to think. It's even harder to speak. Then skip the exposition, girl who I assume is Tulip. What can we do? Where is he? Where are you?
That is a very intense-looking snowman.
Jill cocked an eyebrow and looked again away from her phone.
Something is controlling those things. Something worse than them.
There it was, lanky and thin, not the kind of proportions one would normally see on a snowman.
They're so
Abruptly, Jill's phone cut out and, as she looked up, the snowman turned towards her.
Oh, pumpernickel loaf.
Jill didn't even take a second glance as she turned, dropping into a breakneck sprint in the space of a gasp of air.
Oof!
She hit Owen's chest like she had been running into a wall and fell into the biting snow.
You're corporal now?
It's not coming after us.
What?
Jill turned. Sure enough, she watched as it began to walk, slowly, almost dreamily, away from the pair.
I would say that is a clue.
Well, let's just hope your stupid haunting lets me make a stinking phone call.
Jill dialed quickly, still watching the creature leave.
Hello?
I found one of those Null thingies, but not only is it ignoring me and Owen, it's walking like it's got someplace to be.
Don't follow it.
What? Are you kidding me?
Look, those things will fuck you up, dude. It's not worth it. Just, note where it's going, and maybe we can investigate.
I'll take that into advisement. Oh, also Tulip says there's something worse than the Null thingies.
What? Tulip? Wait, no, don't follow it!
Jill hung up and swiped to her streaming app.
You know the drill by now. Do we follow? Also, I gotta ask, how is the view from my pocket? Do you have, weird ghost powers that let you see even when the camera isn't rolling? Right. I don't know what I was thinking. I think it's because I've only been told those things are dangerous, not why or anything. But I really shouldn't be risking my life over, nothing.
Don't worry, I'll follow it for us.
Wait, what? No!
Jill snatched at Owen. Her hand passed through like she was wafting through mist.
Oh, my potatoes! Owen! You are so frustrating!
You don't have to come. I'll be fine, bruh.
I can't let you go alone. Yeah, fine. I'm coming. Stupid ghost.
Jill let out a long sigh.
Choo-choo.
Man, you'd think they'd have a burger joint or something. I'm dying here.
Marcus checked his car's clock. Barely 5 minutes had passed.
God damn it, where is she? It's been 5 minutes and no sign of her or a pizza place. I'm so hungry I could go full-on cannibal in about another 10 minutes.
As though on cue, Ripley's form seemed to coalesce from the wafting waves of snow.
I'm not sure if that was ghost shit, or if this is the kind of weather you're really not supposed to be driving in.
Ripley began to approach the car and Marcus' stomach rumbled. He looked down at it with scorn.
Dude, I was only kidding about the cannibalism thing.
Ripley stepped into the car, not bothering with the door.
Everywhere I've gone is locked up because of the blizzard.
Oh, it's a blizzard. That explains a lot.
Weren't you heading back to the hotel to warm up?
What? No, me being cold is code for hungry.
Really?
I know I don't like getting made fun of for it, so I have code words.
Well, I have nothing. I assume you're in the same boat, lest you would have said something.
Oh, shit, yes! Jill's following a Null.
The two sat in silence, the only sound the whir of the heater.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
She found a Null acting weird and decided to follow it, or I assume she did. She hung up on me.
Ripley paused in thought.
I have no idea what's going on here. Let's go try to find her.